We will call the May meeting of the Wood County Board of Supervisors to order. I ask the clerk to take the roll. And Supervisor Rubendick, who was going to try to join us if he could get a remote connection. He's kind of out somewhere in the hinterlands, but the other two, Supervisor Perlott and Rose, are over. With that being said, we have Supervisor Jake Hahn doing the invocation today, and I ask Jake to please come forward for the invocation. I ask the audience to please rise and remain standing for the pledge of allegiance.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
If you feel so inclined, please bow your heads and join me in a moment of prayer. As we begin this meeting, help us take a moment to recognize and appreciate the many dedicated individuals who work each day to keep our county running smoothly. Their commitment and selfless service form the foundation of our county, and we are truly grateful for all they do. Help us to be mindful of their contributions, not just in our words, but in our actions that we take and the decisions we make on their behalf. Please let our work here reflect that gratitude and respect for all those who serve Wood County. Thank you, and amen.
Please join in the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, and welcome all. Jake, thank you very much for the invitation. First thing we need to do is dispose of minutes from the previous meeting. I entertain a motion by Hamilton to approve, a second by Lightnum. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that motion carries. We have no resignations today. We have no appointments today. Do we have any public comment today? Do we have any public comments? I guess I have public comment, real quick public comment. I understand we have a couple of birthdays in the house, and I was reminded that it was, they said it's the Bruins' birthday. I said, which one? He looked at me a little quickly. So happy birthday, Brandon. Congratulations on another year, not only on this earth, but with our county. We really appreciate it. So just wanted to make sure we mentioned that so y'all can wish them a happy birthday to go along today. Again, no public comment, no public comment. Well, we do have acknowledgement and recognition today. And joining us today is the Assumption High School girls basketball team. And Joe, if you'd like to come forward.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just before I start, point out that I was a 1968 graduate of Assumption High School, the days we used to ride horses to school, and I was the head stable team. So.
Yeah, he asked me earlier today if he could wear his Assumption attire. And I said, sure. And then he told me he was the class of 68. And I said, that was before the New Testament, right? He said, knock it off. But anyway, Joe.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, Madam Vice Chair, esteemed members of the County Board, I would like to present to you the 2025 Division 5 Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association basketball champions, our very own Wisconsin Rapids Assumption Royals. All officials are friendly people. Madam Vice Chair, I would like to call on you to read the resolution proclaiming the championships of the girls in Vernon.
Absolutely. This resolution is sponsored by myself, Supervisors Clendenning and Zerflu. The intended synopsis to recognize the 2025 Assumption girls basketball team winning the Division 5 state championship. This will note none. Whereas the Assumption girls and their highly respected coaching staff committed themselves to excellence. And whereas they proudly represented the city of Wisconsin Rapids and Wood County by embodying the tireless work ethic of our community. And whereas they were supported by fans throughout Wood County, and whereas they finished the 2024 to 2025 season with an exemplary 29-1 record, and whereas they concluded their season by winning the state championship in Green Bay, Wisconsin on March 15th, 2025, Now therefore, the Wood County Board of Supervisors hereby resolves to officially recognize the 2025 Assumption Girls Basketball Team on their outstanding achievement and extend congratulations to Assumption Catholic Schools on winning the 2025 Division V State Championship.
Thank you, and I assume your motion is to approve?
It is.
And I need a second. I have a second by Penscover. Any discussion? Want to discuss something?
I would also like to point out that our esteemed reader of the resolution, Laura Van Alstine, is the representative. Her district is where the high school lies, so I'm sure Laura's you had something to do with it somewhere.
You know, I wish I could say that I did. Unfortunately, this was all your own hard work. And I want to congratulate you on your hard work and being such fantastic role models for our young women in the community. So thank you very much.
Okay, so with that being said, all in favor of the resolution, please signify by aye.
Aye.
And I would like to note that passed unanimously. Joe?
Okay, Coach, let's go up front for the introduction of the ladies. Please.
Do you need me to use the microphone for this?
Yes, please.
Yes. Thanks.
You got a portable one, so we
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
Right up here, girls, turn around and face the audience.
Yeah, face the camera. I remember watching the coach play.
On the girls' team?
Well, thank you, first of all, for having us. That was really well written. The one thing that stood out in there was the mention of excellence. And there's a mission at Assumption High School. Can you repeat it? You know what it is?
Excellence and.
Someone's got to know it.
Right.
Who's been around longest? Anna.
All I know is it starts to inspire excellence and
And personal growth, grounded in Catholic principles and traditions, and so on and so forth. But it does start with excellence. And I'll start with our seniors here. Anna Schooley on the end there. Sarah Shaw, Addie Ballard, and Claire Nelson. We're definitely going to be missing these seniors. And then our juniors, Jordan Jaglinski, Riley Stableski, Lede Sanz de Rosas, and Ari Kavanaugh. Like I said, with our seniors, are any of you above a 4.0 grade point average? We're pretty close. We're all like 3.9, and Anna's like, yeah, I'm there. Okay. I was talking to Brandon before this about the final that these girls just got done taking. They just got done with an hour and a half of writing an English final, and you know, even on the last days of school, they're putting in every effort to be good, you know, great and excellent. So that translates into everything that they do. They pass that on to our juniors, and I'm looking forward to our juniors leading us again next year. So thank you all for having us. It's truly an honor, and I don't know if I'm going to have a chance to talk to this group of girls again about how they've inspired others in the community, but there was something in the resolution about, you know, making Wood County proud, and like I've seen it on the faces of the people that show up to the games. I know there are people that were watching on television, and they represented our school and our community very well. I couldn't be more proud of you guys, so thank you.
Tomorrow morning, I'll be dropping off signed copies for each of the girls and for yourself at the school. So, some little keepsake they have. The girls, thank you again for coming. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you, Coach Klein. Appreciate it. Obviously, young ladies, your accomplishments, but more important than the accomplishments, probably the dedication, the commitment, and it shows as life goes on, and you will really appreciate what has happened here. And one of the things I've noticed with the graduates from Assumption over the years, they've made an incredible and double mark in this community as adults. So you're well on your way. Thank you very, very much, and congratulations.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you all.
great things. That's what we like to see in the community. All right, as we move forward in the packet, we have the referrals on page 5. Any questions there? And then as we move forward in the packet, the minutes, we have the operations committee meeting of May 6th, pages 6, 7, and 8. And then we have the monthly letter of comments from our county clerk, and I know he has a couple of quick comments here this morning. An introduction on this.
Oh, there we go.
Hello.
I'm sorry. No, today with us in the back of the room is my counterpart from Portage County, Maria Davis. She's raising her hand back there. She's looking to, they're actually going to be remodeling their courthouse, so she's checking out our county boardroom and how nice it is. So we welcome Maria. She's a much better county clerk than I am, but she does live in Portage County, so some you guys are stuck with me. So
And we will.
thanks for coming, Maria.
Thanks. All right, any questions on the clerk's monthly update, pages 9 and 10? We have the monthly letter of comments from Human Resources, beginning on 11, runs through page 15, 11 through 15. The Office of the Treasurer on 16. Employee Wellness on 17. And then we have 4 resolutions. They're all budget amendments. Is there any objection to taking those 4 together, or does anybody want any of those pulled? Any objection? All right, we'll take those 4 together. Trent, if you would, please.
This will be Resolution 25-5-2, to amend the 2024 budget for employee health fund claims for additional expenditures that were not anticipated during the original budget process. Fiscal note, no cost to Wood County. The source of the funding is unanticipated revenues from the health fund departmental charges. The adjustment to the budget total is $115,790, which brings us to page 19, Resolution 25-5-3. To amend the 2024 budget for Human Services Norwood Health Center, Edgewater Haven, and community programs for additional expenditures that were not anticipated during the original budget process. Fiscal note, no additional cost to Wood County. The source of the funding is unbudgeted, unanticipated revenue in community state aids and available unused appropriations in Norwood Health Center Crossroads and Edgewater Haven Nursing and Community Mental Health contracts, which totals $849,000. On page 21, we've got Resolution 25-5-4, to amend the 2025 Norwood Health Center administration budget to fund 1 FTE assistant administrator position, approved with Resolution 24-12-10. Fiscal note, wages for assistant administrator positions shall be funded by 2024 Norwood Health Center budget surplus, creating no impact on the Wood County's tax levy. The adjustment to the budget totals $121,884.97. Resolution 25-5-5, to authorize the use of available jail contingency funds for the demolition of county-owned properties in the Triangle Development, and to amend the 2025 Maintenance Capital Projects account with said funds. Fiscal note, the source of the funding is unspent jail contingency funds from available debt borrowing placed in the Capital Projects Fund balance. The adjustment to the budget totals $500,000.
I have a motion to approve by Buckey. I have a second by Clendenin. Any discussion? Any discussion? I'd ask you to please vote.
Supervisor Brozar.
Yes.
Supervisor Perlock.
Yes.
Momento.
That resolution passes unanimously. Thank you very much. As we move forward in the packet, beginning on page 23 is the Health and Human Services Committee meeting of April 24th. That's 23 through 26. 23 to 26. We have the monthly update from the Health Department, begins on 27 and runs through 32, 27 to 32. And then from the Human Services Department, their monthly update, beginning with Brandon Druin, his birthday is today, as Brent's. Begins at 33, runs through 39, 33 through 39. We have the Veteran Service Officers report on 40. Brings us to the Public Safety Committee minutes of April 14th on 41 and 42. 41 and 42. The Civil Service Commission meeting on 45. And then we have the April report from the Sheriff's Department, runs 46 through 66, 46 through 66. Sheriff, I don't know if you have any update or anything you want to add with the ongoing
Project?
yeah, the move-in, everything that's happened in the meantime, which has been pretty good.
Yeah, it's been going really well. The staff is doing a phenomenal job getting used to the facility. We're about 2 months into it. Still dealing with one company that kind of has put us back, but we're adjusting through that. Ted Ashbeck's doing a great job dealing with that company and still running the new jail. So overall, the staff is just doing an awesome job, getting used to the facility and moving forward.
Thank you. Any questions from anybody? All right, moving forward, Seed Committee, May 7th, begins at 67, runs through 69, 67, 8, and 9. The Golden Sands Resource Conservation Development Council, various minutes from their meetings and some of their committees, begins at 70 and runs through 77, 70 through 77. The North Central Wisconsin Tourism Partnership, 78 and 79. We have the monthly update from Extension, 80 through 85, 80 through 85. Land and Water, their monthly update begins at 86 and runs through 92, page 86 to 92. And then Planning and Zoning begins at 93, then runs through 104, 93 through 104. Brings us to the resolution on page 105 and 106.
This will be resolution 25-5-6 to amend the Marshfield Sewer Service Area Water Quality Management Plan 2040. Fiscal note, no cost to the county.
Motion by Lightnum, second by Hamilton. Any discussion? Any discussion? Then I'd ask you to please vote.
Supervisor Rozar.
Yeah.
Supervisor Perlock.
Yeah.
And the resolution passes 18-0. Thank you. All right, as we move forward, the Judicial and Legislative Committee of April 28th on page 107. Their May meeting on 108 and 109. We have the monthly update from the Child Support Agency on 110. The Clerk of Courts on 111. Court Counsel 112 and 113. And then the Criminal Justice Department on 114 and 115. District Attorney's update is 116. And Register of Probate 117. The Register of Deeds Office on page 118. Kind of sums up the constitutional officers. Any questions on any of those? Any questions? You know, this packet seems like it's really thick and it was going to take a long time to get through it, but that's because Trent mailed it to me and it happened to rain the day it came, and I don't know if you ever dropped a book in a bathtub or something. It's about 3 times as thick as it should be as I look at it. So, Highway Infrastructure Recreation Committee, their meeting May 1st on 119, 20, and 21. The Wood County Wildlife Advisory Committee, 122 and 123. And then we have the monthly update from the Highway Commissioner, begins on 124 and runs through page 130. 124 and 130. Park and Forestry, this is a big one because they have a report in here, they have a survey in here. There's some really interesting answers to some of those. Begins on 131 and runs through 158. 131 through 158. Chad, do you have anything you want to add with the addition of Sarah Park and the opening of these coming out?
Well, Sarah Park is going to be opening this Friday, so Memorial Weekend is the grand opening. Still some construction going on, and there'll be signage and things like that in the park, but staff has done a great job. A lot to do yet, but they got it safe and ready to go for the weekend. So.
Yes, Chad. So any of the public or any of your supervisors that have not had the opportunity to tour that facility, I'd recommend you get out there and take a look. All right, as we go to page 159, that's the Property Information Technology Committee of May 5th. That's 159 and 160. 161 through 165 is the monthly update from Property Information Technology, or that one just for Information Technology. And then our Facilities Managers report on 166. We have the Central Wisconsin State Fair Board of Directors meeting 167, and 168. The Marshfield Fairgrounds Commission, 169 and 170. And then the Board of Trustees for the McMillan Memorial Library on 171 through 173. That's their meeting from March 19th. We have another meeting from April 9th, the Board of Trustees, 174. And then the South Central Library System Board of Trustees minutes from, 327, and that's on 175 to 176. And then we have the Jail Construction Ad Hoc Committee, 177 and 178. And that takes me to the end of this packet. Like I said, it was a really fat one, it's wet. But, Ruben, you want to just give us a quick update, real quick, on where you're at on the demolition of the jail?
With the demolition, if any of you have driven around the block, has begun. The last couple of weeks, sections of the old jail are being torn down. Progress appears a little bit slower in some sections than we hoped, but overall, the contractor is making progress, and we believe once the old jail is separated from the structure that will remain, they will pick up the pace, and demolition will be a lot quicker once they know that it's safe. Part of third floor has been vacated just to keep staff safe that are still working in that vicinity. And we've coordinated some times, a couple of Friday afternoons that we get them moving far as from that demolition, give contractors time and space and not putting the next couple of weeks, hopefully we see pretty much everything down. And with the resolution passed, visual demolition, hopefully we see that contractor working around to the other side of the building to give us better accessibility.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions? You've probably seen that going. That project is a drip. All right, thank you. Does anybody else have anything? Supervisor Clendenning?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I thought the comment that was just made by yourself and about this packet. I've served on the county board here a number of years and also in another county. And I tell you what, our department heads and our other people that give these reports, they're great reports. I see one in there, one person give a 4-page report. I mean, if anybody's got any questions out there, you better carry this around because you're going to be able to answer the questions at any of your constituencies. I think these people do one heck of a job.
Thank you, Supervisor Clendenning. You're absolutely correct. Anybody else? Trent?
Hey, Mr. Chairman, thank you. WCA conference is coming up September 21st through the 23rd in the Dalles this year. So if anybody is interested in attending, please let me know ASAP because I can start getting hotels booked out on June 2nd. It opens up. So if you haven't seen me already, come and see me. We'll get your name down, get you set up.
Yeah, and that's pretty important if you want to be like in the conference hotel. Supervisor Zerflu?
No, I was just trying to get the clerk's attention, Your Honor. I'm sorry. I guess you want a hotel, right? 'Cause
Yes, sir.
I didn't think you were sharing a room with me. That's your blessing.
Yeah.
Nothing else of any importance to come before the board.
I will declare the meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody.